Um, from Connecticut. I was in a long distance relationship from a girl from Georgia and would often make road trips down to visit her. I don't really mind. I love road trips. I've driven across the United States and back all on my own. There's just something about traveling the highways of the US by yourself that's just so freeing. To save money, I would sleep in my car. It's not so bad. It's basically camping in a metal tent. Makes you feel like you're really roughing it. I just recline the seat back, keep the key in ignition just in case, and doze off. No, I don't put anything to block the windows for privacy. Maybe I should have. The trip down south is a comfortable 2-day drive. My stop would usually be somewhere along the Virginia and North Carolina border. So for my previous trip, that's exactly where I stopped that night. Rest stops were often less traffic and thus quieter than truck stops. Normally, I would have stopped at Love's, but I was so tired that I settled for the first rest stop I saw. It was oddly vacant, with only a couple lone cars sitting forlorn under the amber streetlights. Most likely travelers with the same idea as me. I pulled into the parking spot, away from others, under the shadow of the tree, far from street lamps. I figured I'll have more privacy there as opposed to being bathed in light. So I did my usual thing. Locked my doors, opened the window, just a hair for ventilation, get my key in, and reclined the seat and went to sleep. I was never interrupted on any of these car camping nights, so I never suspected anything on this one. Then a sharp tap woke me. At first, I thought I had heard it in my dream. I opened my eyes, a bit confused. Since I was leaning back, I was facing the ceiling and I couldn't see anything. I hear another tap, like a tiny object hitting a surface. It came in an irregular rhythm. Was it raining? Was water dripping onto my windshield? I'm under a tree. Maybe something fell from the branches. Maybe a squirrel or a bird was dropped something. What if a squirrel was climbing around my car? Or what if it wasn't an animal? The thought occurred to me that it might very well be a person poking outside. What did they want? Were the doors locked? Yes. The keys were in ignition. I could leave in an instant. Still, I lay there, completely still, pretending to be asleep, pretending I hadn't heard anything, hoping whoever it was, they would leave me alone. It was better not to find out. I was too afraid to find out. It was better to stay here in blissful ignorance. Still, the tapping continued. I had to do something. There was no way I was just going to stay there. I had to look. My heart was pounding in that moment. It was definitely loud. Whoever was out there could probably hear it. I decided I was going to look. So I was going to raise my head up and see what was making the noise. So that's what I did. What met my eyes sent a jolt through my entire body. Every muscle fiber locked up in a pure shock at what I saw. The faint glow of the street lamps cast just enough light for me to make out what I was looking at. There in the weird shield, staring directly at me, was a face. Someone, I presumed to be a woman, was lying on my hood, her face pressed up against my window shield. Her face was completely still, locked in a permanent grin. I froze in overwhelming terror. The eyes I stared into had rolled back, showing only the white. The nose was turned up, pressed painfully into the glass. The lips stretched wide, revealing horrid rotten teeth even in the darkness. I can tell her skin was sickly pale, contrasting her long, filthy black hair. Whoever was this She was clearly not in her right mind. I don't know how long I sat there, too afraid to move. Finally, I got a grip on myself and shot the hand to ignition. It turned over, making in that instant the most beautiful sound I've heard. For a split second, I was afraid I might be caught in a horror movie scenario, the one where the car won't crank as the killer approaches. I reverse as fast as I can, trying to not give this creeper any time to try to do anything. In my panic, I remember activating the window shield wipers in a futile attempt to get her off. I thought, was I about to drive out here with some wacko holding onto my hood? Thankfully, I didn't have to worry about that, because as soon as I stopped, the woman leaped off, landing on all fours. Seeing my opportunity, I shifted into drive and gunned it right as I saw her reaching for the driver's side door. With my foot on the gas, I sped out of the parking lot. Behind me, I heard her let out a piercing shriek like that of an animal. I looked in my rear view mirror, and for a split second I thought I saw her chasing me, running on all fours, her black hair swinging wildly around her. I couldn't get a good look as I rounded a curve in the road leading out of the rest stop and merged with the highway. There I picked up speed and drove through the night. I did not dare stop again until I saw the morning light. Hello guys, I do want to say thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys do enjoy. Sorry for not posting for a couple of days. I just have been, a bit lazy, but I'm back again. And it's not like I'm not gonna post, but just some days I might not post for a day or two. I hope you guys do enjoy.